people say that a couple people were saying
Had to come back on with the hat.
there were some people saying that the live was paused, and then I
Oh
guess we
dear.
dropped. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, Violet saying it was.
okay,
Yeah, some other people.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
make
well,
sure
that
we're
that
going here.
well, that's unfortunate, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience.
You just got to
Yeah.
see the grand entrance again.
Grand
Okay,
entrance.
let's see. Okay, can everybody hear us
Grand
now? Are we good?
entrance. Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the chat if you guys are experiencing any audio or visual problems.
And I don't even have as many teenagers here on Wi-Fi as I normally do, so
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
what's up.
I
Oh,
think we're good now.
okay.
Uh,
Let's jump back to um, you were talking about conducting and tuba. I wanted you to tell the story of I know you mentioned trying out for drum corps and not always necessarily getting your first pick or maybe getting cut. Um, what was that story like? Because I know it led you to the Troopers.
so I will say, so the story didn't necessarily kick off at the beginning. It actually kicked off right around the middle of my drum corps career. So I was originally supposed to march at Spirit of Atlanta for the 2022 season. Unfortunately, some things happened that past summer, and they had to go inactive for the 2022 season. That's would rather not get into it now. That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
So, all the current members of Spirit of Atlanta and all the Spirit of Atlanta hopefuls, we had to find a new place to march. We had to find a new corps to call our home. And some people were able to find theirs quickly. We had a lot go to a lot of the top six corps, like Boston, Bluecoats, all the really good groups.
Hmm.
And yeah, some of us it took a little bit longer, like me. Um, First group I tried out for was Santa Clara Vanguard. I sent in a playing video, and they said like, "Yeah, we're really impressed with how good of a player you are. Now we just need a visual tape from you."
Hmm.
Unfortunately, due to weather conditions, I was not able to get that in on time, and they said, "Yeah, we got to move on from you."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very unpleasant experience, but eventually I was able to move on. And
It's hard
then,
that time of year too because you're dealing with rain and snow because we had the same issue when my son was trying to get his visuals done and
yeah,
the weather was not cooperating.
I'm not from the warmer climate where the majority of the membership from Vanguard comes from, you
Hmm.
know. Yeah, so that was definitely very it was a very tough adjustment, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, so the next core I tried out for, I sent some videos to other cores, but the next core I really tried out for was the Blue Knights. I went to their February camp on very short notice. I thought to myself, "Oh yeah, I have previous marching experience. I think it'll be easy for me to get in." You
Hmm.
know, and yeah, I ended up not preparing as much as I should have on some parts of the audition. And then I ended up getting cut that weekend, and that
Man.
that was a very devastating
Yeah.
experience. I
Sure.
I I did not want to march anywhere else. I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna take the summer off.
Yeah. That's tough.
And and believe it or not, this is gonna be hard to believe for a lot of people, but the troopers were my last resort option. Yeah. It sounds crazy, I know, but yeah,
And now
I
you're like the
never
mascot.
I right. I never envisioned myself to be there really, but drum corps works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought of the troopers as a place I would be. I never really thought I would fit in there well, and
Hmm.
ironic as it sounds. But yeah, I sent a video in. I ended up getting a contract. Was on and off, still on and off about marching there.
Hmm.
I always, deep down, I always had a respect for the troopers, but I never really wanted to march there.
Hmm.
But yeah, I ended up going through with it, and
Funny how those
Yeah.
things work out that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You'll never know which chord becomes the place you were meant to be. And I think that's the coolest thing. That's one of the coolest things about drum corps.
Going to troopers and then finding your way um, to being a conductor with the troopers, what kind of was given to you as far as, okay, now you're the drum major and you have to, like embrace this persona? Like, was that something, did you bring a persona? Did they tell you this is the persona? Like, what'd you do?
So, I they never really told me what to do in terms of persona. That was mostly all me.
Hmm.
I'd say I'd say in the off season they never really told me like, "Hey, this is who you're going to be."
Okay.
Um yeah, I always had an idea of what I wanted to be. Like, yeah, I'm going to have the grizzled western look.
Hmm.
I I wasn't sure like how far I'd go with it, but yeah, I ended up taking it pretty far. I'd say
Yeah,
I'd say at times I thought it was a little bit too much, but everyone seemed to really enjoy it.
that
Yeah,
was great.
yeah. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Um,
Um
I wanted to ask before I know we've been chatting so long already. I wanted to ask about sound sport. So I got to see you perform in sound sport last summer in Indianapolis, which was crazy. If y'all have not seen the show, there was a chicken, there was all there. You would have had to see it. Anyway,
you
tell
just
us
have to
about.
be there.
You had to be there. Tell us about sound sport. Like, is that something you had thought, okay, I'm going to do that after I age out, or like, okay, first off, I guess explain in your own words what sound sport is for maybe someone that hasn't heard about it.
So, I'd say sound sport, it's kind of like WGI indoor but outside. I'd say that's the best way because like you're on a tarp and yeah, you're not on a field. You don't have markers on the field. You're on a tarp. So it's kind of like indoor percussion and indoor like winds just outside.
Hmm.
And I'd
And it
say
was
yeah,
hot. It was so hot
it
that day.
it oh
It
oh,
was
oh it
really
was
hot.
so
And I'm from Texas, so if I say it's hot, it is hot.
yeah, yeah, that tarp did not help at all.
Yeah.
It just made things a hell of a lot worse. Literally hell. That's what I have to say
What
about
was the
that.
name of the group that you were in? Remind me.
So I was a part of a Phoenix Drum and Bugle Corps.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't remember where exactly they're based in. Um, but yeah, the name's Phoenix.
Hmm.
Um, they usually um I think they're making a transition to all age soon.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been a sound sport group for the past few years. Um,
With sound sport, is it one of those things where, people are maybe driving in on weekends to rehearse a few times before, or do they all kind of live in the same area? Like, how does that normally work?
so for this group specifically, I think some groups might do that, but for this group specifically, we kind of came in from all over to gather in
Hmm.
Indianapolis. We only had one rehearsal, and that was on semifinals day, actually. We had, yeah, yeah, talk about winging it. Winging it, chicken,
Chicken winging.
chicken wing. But yeah, um, yeah, we just had the one rehearsal. We staged the entire show in a few hours. We started off with the music rehearsal, and then we
Mhm.
staged the show, and then we put the staging and the music together. And then I had to do my fight choreography with the
Yeah,
chicken.
that was great. And the
Yeah,
poor guy was suffering. His chicken suit was not staying inflated and all that, and that just made it even better.
I could not tell he was struggling at first. I was so focused on just beating this guy up that I
Yeah,
didn't notice. I didn't notice his suit was deflated until he's like, "Wait, wait, wait!"
it was hilarious. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
Are you going to do sound sport again this year?
I don't.
TBD.
Yeah, TB. That's a TBD. I'd
Okay.
say. Yeah.
Now you are involved in one thing. You told me you were auditioning for a theater spot. So tell us about that.
Yes. I auditioned for a community theater in my area called Avon Players. Um, they were doing a musical called A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder.
Oh.
It's a British musical. It's a like a funny British musical.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's not like an old one. It was made pretty recently, I think. But yeah, I decided, you know what, after 6 years away from theater, I'm going to just give it a go again because I really miss performing. You know, being away from drum corps made me yearn
Hmm.
for that kind of performance again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I auditioned. Luckily, I got in. I'm in the
Good.
ensemble. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. It's going to be a great show. I've got my next rehearsal tomorrow. Yeah,
I'm assuming
I'm
you
really.
sing since it's a musical.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Did you do theater in high school at all?
Oh yeah, yeah, I did. Some great memories there. My senior year, I was Donkey in Shrek the Musical.
That's great. You're gonna need to pull some video up of that somewhere and post it so we can see that.
Yeah, I have a few. I'll definitely try and pull
I
it
need to
up.
see that.
Yeah.
We got a question. Is there a secret handshake in the Troopers Drum Major Club?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Or maybe it's
No.
secret and you're not going to tell them.
Maybe it's too secret even for me. Maybe I just didn't get
Maybe.
the memo on it. But you know, maybe yeah, maybe they might come up with one. That would be really cool. I never really thought about that. I never really thought it was important, but we'll see.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Um, Tell us a little bit about your high school band days and then, what you did in high school and how that bridged into drum corps.
So, yeah, I started off doing marching band in ninth grade, like most people. Started off on sousaphone or tuba or whatever they call it. It's the same thing. Everyone always says like sousaphone, tuba.
I
It's the
love
same thing.
to just alternate. Every time I post about one of those, I alternate because people get mad every time and I just do it on purpose. Oh, sorry,
But
see this
yeah,
out.
but yeah, yeah. So I believe it or not, this is gonna sound kind of crazy. I didn't know competitive marching band was a thing until I got to high school. I know like generally in Texas like everyone knows about it, but my school was not a competitive band. We just played at the football games and we did our local scholastic festival. Yeah, we never really put ourselves out for competition. We did like once a few times, but
What state did you grow up in?
Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, the competitive band scene, it's not really like as strong as it is, like let's say in Texas or
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. I know
So
my husband grew up in Kansas and he was drum major, and I think they did parade contests, and I didn't even realize until recently that parade contests are still a thing. But that's the thing. So
yeah.
yeah. So you played sousaphone slash tuba.
Mhm.
You were not a drum major in high school?
I did audition my sophomore year,
Okay.
but I didn't really get it because I didn't know how to conduct. I tried teaching myself,
Hmm.
didn't really work out as well as I was hoping. And then it ended up working out later, but not in
Yeah.
that moment.
It's
And plus,
interesting
oh yeah.
because I've there's been a couple drum corps drum majors that were never a drum major in high school, and it just boggles my mind.
Yeah. It I yeah, my journey to becoming a drum major was very I mean, I do mean very different from your average drum major. You know, I will say because, you know, even for the drum majors who even for the people who were not drum majors in high school, I I feel like most of them had at least 1 year where they were kind of under someone who was
Hmm.
already a seasoned drum major.
Hmm.
Not this guy. Nope.
Oh,
I was head drum major my first year.
wow.
Yeah, I
How
yeah.
did that happen?
So yeah, I love telling this story. What like I said before, being drum major never really crossed my mind. it was never really a priority for me. I've had experience in leadership. I was tuba section leader for the 2023 season at Troopers. And so for next year, believe it or not, in 2024, I was planning on aging myself out that year. I'm like, I've already done like 4 or 5 years on tuba. I'm like, I've already made finals with Troop. I don't really have much left to prove.
Hmm.
And like I think I'm done here.
Right.
But but halfway through the 2023 season, I've got members of the Troopers staff coming up to me and they're like, "Hey, you got to finish this out, man. We got something big planned for you next year." And some of them decide to be a little more mysterious about it. They would walk up to me and be like, they would just start conducting, and I'm like, What the hell does that mean? What are you doing?"
That's very random for them to do that.
And yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I started to get some ideas here and there that like, hey, there's something special planned for me next year, and I think I have an idea of what it is.
Hmm.
So it finally came to a climax when the day after finals, I'm walking out to do my tour job. I set up the stairs on the equipment truck, and I see Mary, our brass caption head now core director, and Tim Snyder, program coordinator. They were sitting on a bench outside from where like the member area was at the Boone County Fairgrounds. That's where the troopers stay
Hmm.
during finals week. And as I'm walking out to do my job, I hear Tim say, "Tarek, come here." And I'm like, "Oh, I hope I didn't do anything wrong."
Yeah.
But nope,
Kicked
nope,
out right
no.
at the end.
Yeah, totally the opposite, actually. Yeah, so he pulls me over and he tells me to have a seat, and he's like, "Yeah." He doesn't like sugarcoat it. He just gets straight to the chase. He tells me, "Yeah, we want you as drum major next year. We think you're the best person to do it. And
That's great.
even though you don't have any experience, we think you're the best human. You know, you have you have 4 years of experience, drum corps experience under your belt." And I asked him like, "But you didn't even let me audition for it." He said, "Well, technically, you've done it already."
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
so fun.
And he said, "If you say no, I'm gonna have to wrestle you until you say yes."
Who's the first person you told? Like, what'd you do right after that?
I think the first person I told officially, well, obviously I told my family first,
Hmm.
but the first person I told was Jackson Campbell, the harmonica player from 2023. I think that's the first person that comes to mind that I told.
Hmm.
And I'm like, "Oh, I'm drum major."
That reminds me, and this was not a question I sent you ahead of time. Um, was he the one that got stuck on the thing in San Antonio when it went up and it didn't come back down?
No, no, that was Dylan.
Poor Dylan.
That was Dylan. Yeah, that was Dylan.
Oh, I
Troopers
cannot
tuba
imagine what was
player.
going through his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's at Boston now, and he handled that a lot better than I would have. I would have shut down in that moment. I don't
No,
know.
there's nothing he could do. He was
There's
just
nothing
stuck.
he could do. He was stuck. No, but he was like acting it out, and like during like
Yeah,
the dramatic moments,
he rolled
he'd
with
be like
it.
reaching towards the sun and like yeah, doing all these things that are in character. It was amazing.
He
He
did.
handled that. He handled that so well.
And if you had seen the show before, you knew that he was rolling with it because that was not supposed to happen. It
Yeah.
was so funny. What was your favorite memory from when you were on tour with Troopers?
My favorite memory with the Troopers on tour has to be in 2022 we were at Core Encore in Ogden, Utah. That was our third or fourth show of the season. Probably fourth. But yeah, that was like our first big crowd of the season because we were in the Pacific Northwest for the first part, and generally that's a smaller crowd, and it's less energy because like drum corps is not like huge up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, I at first I wasn't sure about the effect of our show because yeah, the crowds were a little bit dead, and our first two shows were okay.
Hmm.
They were fine. They
Hmm.
were they were acceptable. We rolled with what we did, and yeah, we ended up getting pretty good scores. But um when I saw the crowd for the first time, I'm like, okay, this is going to be something special. Cuz and I could tell firsthand that it was going to be a good experience because as soon as we rolled up and put up our oil derrick, our prop that year,
I loved
the
that prop,
crowd,
by the way.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a cool prop. Yeah, working with that prop. It's I don't envy prop crew, but just that being a part of our show, yeah, it added
Yeah.
so much to it. It felt authentic.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that
yeah,
was my favorite Trooper show, was that one. I
hmm
loved it.
yeah. So as soon as we threw our prop up, the crowd just starts cheering like ah, and I'm like, they're
Yeah.
cheering just for that. Wow, it's just, I wonder what else they're gonna cheer for. How hard are they gonna cheer for our show?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right off the bat, I could tell, yeah, this was going to be a good run because like the crowd was giving us so much energy, and we helped generate that energy. We kept it going. Yeah, it was a really good run. And right at the
how, oh, go ahead. Just
oh
finish,
sorry,
sorry.
and right at the end, when when we run to the front of the field and we hit that big A minor chord. I'm pretty sure it's A minor, but um, yeah, whole crowd stands up and they're just
Yeah.
and before it ends too. It's while it's still going. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure from what I could see, I was on side 240. From what I could see from like where my tuba was, everyone was standing up.
Hmm.
It was wild. I'm
How
like,
important is it for the crowd to have that energy? Like, how does that affect y'all performing when the crowd is like that?
when you have a crowd that responds to you well, um, it really encourages you to keep the energy going. Um, that was a huge helper for me, and that's what helped make the Ogden show and many other shows with troops so special. Um, we have the troopers have shows that try to appeal to the crowd the most.
Hmm.
And we try to have feel good shows. We try to have shows people can relate to. And
Hmm.
I'd say our crowd response really proves that we have a lot of good energy, a lot of shows with great energy, and it really helps the performers. It
This
helps the
year wasn't
performers
a
give
feel
their
good
own.
show though because he died.
Yeah, R.I.P. Trooper.
No, like I don't get all sappy, but like it was almost making me cry.
Okay,
Sad.
it's not supposed to be like, oh my God, sadness, darkness, depression. But
It was bittersweet.
it's bittersweet. That's what I would say.
Stupid devil came back though. I was done with that stupid
Ah.
devil.
Didn't I kill that guy?
You
Why
did
is he
not.
back? I guess you can't really kill the devil, right?
I, I know we're running out of time. I want to
Oh yeah.
ask, what hobbies do you have outside of music and marching? Like, what do you do to just enjoy life?
So we mentioned theater. Um, I'd say so something else I've been doing outside of music and theater. I recently got back into martial arts again.
Okay.
Yeah, I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 2 years in high school, and back in December, I made the decision to pick it back up again. It's been great. It's it's focused on a lot of groundwork and a lot of ground fighting, and
Hmm.
sometimes and a little bit of stand up work too. But no, it's been great. It's been a great experience. I've been yearning for a lot of physical activity since I aged out, and it's been a great help. And yeah, the all the people that go to my school, they're great people. They're very passionate. They're very competitive. They help push me. They help
Yeah.
push me in great ways.
I can only imagine just all the physical energy that y'all are spending during that to just go to nothing after. Like, I know if I just go a few days without running, like in a few days I'm shaky and I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's
It
look at, I'm gonna see if any other people dropped any questions here before we wrap up. Did you give the cat you saw during finals weekend a few years back a name?
that was last season actually. I
Well,
think I
did you name
think
it?
I think I named that cat Leon.
It's a good name.
Yeah, yeah, that I love that name. I think it was Leon. It might have been something else, but I'm pretty sure that's the name I
That
gave
poor
him.
cat. You don't even remember his name? That poor
Oh
cat.
yeah, the Speedway cat. I feel bad, but no,
Um,
I think Leon is a good name.
Somebody asked if you have to be in percussion to be a drum major. I think you've proven that you don't have to do
Nope,
that.
not at
Um,
all.
let's see. In the past, we were chatting in a live stream from Cary, and you said you also marched OMEA. What size class was your school, and how well did you guys typically do?
OMEA, I don't believe I've marched that.
Okay, I wasn't sure what that was.
Is that? Oh,
Um,
I'm not really familiar with OMEA.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, am I going to see you on the road at all this year? Are you going to be helping the troopers with anything, or are you going to go to any contests, or
Once
where?
again, TBD.
TBD.
I
Okay,
will
TBD.
be I will be at finals for sure. Very high chance I'll be at finals. I can't really miss that. I'll try to be back. Try to be back as this guy, but we'll see.
All right, I'll be
Um,
looking. I'll be looking for the hat.
yeah, yeah, just look for the hat, people.
Tarek, it
Yeah.
was great to chat with you tonight, and thanks again for
Oh,
hopping on. Next week I'm gonna have, let's see, Kendra Montalvo. She's the drum major with Music City.
yeah, Kendra's in
So
there.
yeah, so
Hey,
I chatted
Kendra.
with her a little bit, and she'll be on. I've got another person lined up, but if you know any other drum majors, that just send them my way. So
Oh yeah.
we'll get on the schedule. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, you have a great evening, and I'll see you around.
Oh yeah. Thanks for chatting with me. I said
Of
for me.
course.
I don't know why.
It's the end
But
of the
you
day.
know what I meant. You know what I meant.
I
But
promised my
yeah.
daughter ice cream, and she's like, "Come on, mom, come on."
Yeah. Hmm.
So, all right. I'll see you around. Take
Oh
care.
yeah. See you around. Thanks.
Bye.